Well, I didn't submit a speaker card.
You actually submitted 2 of them with pseudonyms on them, so would you like to address the commission, Mr. Monasky?
Pseudonyms. Well, the pseudonyms were supposed to be announced, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
The pseudonyms were...
Would you like to speak to the subject matter?
Sanders H. Crane and S. Hillary Crane. There's a purpose to this, Mr. Hume. You have no humor when you deal with me, but you're a Hume, but you're no humor. It seems that... and the Cranes couldn't be here, so, I'm kind of speaking on their behalf. I'm feeling surrounded and smothered by corruption, a culture of corruption. Today at the Capitol, health insurance systems that fund the Assembly and State Senate campaigns, their money shut down the discussion about single-payer health care. Today, that just happened, about an hour before this started, or an hour after this started. Land speculators, finance companies, builders, trade unions contribute to local, county, municipal campaigns. Just as it is with the state legislators on health care issues, none of the elected officials, members of this commission, are morally or ethically fit to decide this application. Most of all, your chair is most obviously morally corrupted and should have recused himself from this discussion and decision. Mr. Hume stands to win a handsome economic prize, personally enriching him as this body approves this application.
False.
Excuse me, but
false.
This is my time to speak and not yours.
You're not going to make allegations against me that are characterily false.
I'm going to repeat it then. Most of all, your chair is most obviously morally corrupted and should have recused himself from this discussion and decision. Mr. Hume stands to win a handsome economic
false.
Personally and
false.
As this body approves this application.
False.
This scheme works well for land speculators and financiers, and for you as a political campaign recipients of their largesse.
I think you should sit down, Mr. Mulcahy.
No. While increasing air pollution, it guarantees employment for me as a respiratory therapist treating asthmatic children and lung-diseased adults. It works poorly for flora and fauna and the people who live here. Expansion of the city's already sprawling boundaries increases risks to flooding while challenging rapidly depleting stores of groundwater. Elk Grove is not a walkable city. It's a sprawling suburb with traffic gridlock. Elk Grove is the South County's tapeworm on open space, farmland, and wildlife habitat. Elk Grove's propensity to pave paradise fits well with the moral turpitude of the elected officials on the take. And as former state treasurer Jesse Unruh once said of lobbyists, if you can't eat their food, drink the booze, screw their women and take their money and then vote against them, you don't belong up here. All I can say is this: I dare you.
Thank you very much. Next up is Tom Waltman. Following Tom is Nancy, looks like Hewitt.
Mr. Chair, Commissioners, my name is Tom Waltman. I'm a 20-year resident of the city of Elk Grove, and I'm here on behalf of myself instead of any other organization I may or may not be involved with. I am truly sorry that you just had to put up with that. That is ridiculous, and I apologize on behalf of the citizens of Elk Grove that I know that you have to listen to that. That said, when I moved to Elk Grove in 1997, we lived in Laguna West, looked out over the land south of Elk Grove Boulevard and watched the county develop that land to the south. That was the point at which all of this became pretty moot. Once that land started to be developed, the push south was going to happen, whether it was the city of Elk Grove or the county of Sacramento. Everybody knew that. The landowners have been lining up to sell that land off as soon as it could be zoned for development. And that's just the reality. When the JPA connector was approved, that put the dagger into the heart of the agricultural community down there. I know a lot of the dairy farmers in that area. I know landowners in that area. And I guarantee you, it's not the city of Elk Grove or development that's putting them out. It's subsidies for dairy. It's all of those things that are going away. That's what's killing them.